Okay, I'm with Bob McCarthy at 10 Omega Circle, and I'm here because Bob and Linda had an issue with their inspection by Weston Sampson, and the issue relates to powdered laundry detergent. So what I'm going to ask Bob is if Bob could just explain. Bob was present at the inspection,
Yes, I was.
and so I just want Bob if you could just tell us how the inspection went and what happened at that time.
Weston and Sampson came out initially, opened up my cover.
Yep.
They gave me some instructions that was still inside the cover itself. It was in some type of white package of some sort.
Yep.
While one person was removing the pump
Yep.
and the cover itself, another gentleman was doing the inspection of inside the house.
Yep.
As far as my electrical box.
Yep.
My gray water pipe being dismantled, disconnected, and also my box out here, was that in good working order. As this was particularly removed, the cover was removed
Yep.
totally. The inspector informed me that there was some type of buildup that he didn't particularly think was a very good thing to be happening at this point in time, since it was only in the ground about maybe a year and a half to 2 years. So he suggested that I contact Action King or somebody like that.
Could you see the buildup yourself?
Oh, yes, you could.
What color was it?
It was a kind of a darkish color with some foam on the top of it.
Okay.
And so I said to the guy, well, I mean, who do I call? He said, well, we just left another house and Action King was already over there. Why don't you give them a buzz? They can come right over, and we'll wait until they come over, and we can close this thing up in a way everybody goes.
Yep.
I said, fine. So I got on the phone. I called Action King. I got a woman on the phone. She informed me that she'd be calling me back in about 5 minutes to get the truck driver. About 5 minutes later, the phone call came back. She said, yes, Action King would be glad to come over and take care of it. Within 20 minutes or so, while the other inspections were going on, Action King came over.
Yep.
They agreed that there was some buildup of some sort in it. At that point in time, a discussion started to take place about what the buildup could be.
Okay.
And that's when some questions came up about, okay, now what are you putting, for example, in the system itself? Since things are being disconnected from your gray water, are you putting grease down? And I said, no, I'm not. I don't do that. I have small containers of glass that I put the grease in. He said, how about your washer and dryer? That comes in here, right? I said, yes, it does. He said, what are you using for detergent? I said, well, I'm using powdered. He said, what are you using for your dishwasher? I said, I'm using powdered. He said, you can't do that. You can't use powdered detergent in these type of systems. You got to use the liquid.
Did he say why?
He said, no, he did not. I don't believe he did at the point in time. Oh, yeah, he did. He said, it causes buildup. That's what he said to me.
Okay.
Then he said, he asked me, the dishwasher was connected. I said, yes. Laundry detergent. Oh, dishwasher. That's right. In my sink, he asked me if I had a garbage disposal.
Yep.
I said, yes, I do. He said, how much do you use it? I said, I don't use it an awful lot. He said, do you have a strainer in the sink? I said, yes, I do. He said, do you keep that in there often? I said, I keep it in there as much as humanly possible. He said, that's a good thing to do, but your disposal, you should use it very, very infrequently. He said, that causes a lot of problems down here in this tank. He said, so, he said, basically what I'm telling you is, what you're using for detergent, you can't do that anymore. Don't do that. That's what's causing the buildup. And within about maybe 20 minutes or so, Action King came over.
Yeah.
They pumped it out. He was done. Cost me, I don't know, $175, $200. They closed it up. They told me my system was in great working order at this point in time, and they left. Somewhere in the between, my wife came in. I think it was like in the last 15 minutes of discussion about the detergent not being used. And I informed her that we can't do that anymore. And so we haven't.
So you're using liquid now?
Yes, we are.
And have you had any problems with that?
No problems whatsoever.
No problems with
that.
And how long have you lived here?
Lived here about 28 years.
And your installation on your grinder pump, I have your report here. It says it was installed in 2011.
That's correct.
And your inspection was in 2014.
That's correct.
So at the end of 2014. So
yes.
Roughly it was here 3 years,
3 years
before your inspection.
Yep.
And so that means you were basically 25 years using powdered laundry detergent.
That's correct.
In your septic system.
Yes.
And you didn't have any issues
I had
there.
no problems. Again, every 2 or 3 years we'd have the septic system pumped out. I'm a pretty good guy about it, especially when my leaching field is right next door to a stream that goes into the cranberry bogs.
Yeah.
So I was very, very strong I have very strong sentiments about going and making sure that nothing happened to my septic system. So the same things that I was using for my septic system, i.e., using the strainer, the grease not going down there, I was doing that for 25 years anyways.
So what you were doing
so
for
the
your
only
septic
difference-
system for
so-
25 years didn't cause you any problems.
That's correct.
But with 3 years with your grinder pump,
I ran into a
you
problem.
did have this buildup issue.
Yes. The only difference happens to be, looks like it's the detergent.
And you have been in the habit of pouring off your grease into a glass
Absolutely.
jar
I continue to do the
for
same
that
thing.
entire time.
Yep.
And did you tell the inspector that?
Yes, I did.
I notice on your report, it says heavy grease buildup. Did the inspector
No.
show you your report?
No, they did not.
Did he tell you that he was going to be listing heavy grease buildup on your pump?
No, he did not.
After your inspection, did you get the impression that he was telling you that your only problem was with the powdered laundry detergent?
Yes, he basically told me that's the thing that you can't use in this thing. That's what he was pretty adamant about it.
Yeah.
We had made a mistake.
Okay. Well, Bob, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Because I'm hoping that we can get this information out to other people in town who might currently be using powdered laundry detergent and could actually be having this problem happening as we speak.
That would be a very good thing to do, is to get it out in public to make sure people don't do the same thing that I was doing. Don't make a mistake.
Okay, thanks again.
You're welcome.